What's up, beautiful sun rays? It's me, Moray, with the Fashion Designer Blog, and I guess I'm here with another life update. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Moray. My government name is Sherelle, but I go by Moray. And I'm the owner of Moray Sunshine, where I create women's clothing and accessories all by hand. I recently went on a very long hiatus, and I just went and stopped business and decided to travel and pretty much find myself. And along the way, I decided to film the journey of everything that I did outside of business. So now I recently decided to move to New York, as you see in some of my other previous blogs. I am now getting settled. It's been 4 months since I've been here, and I'm now getting settled. I don't know if you all have really paid attention, but I started blogging less once I got here. It's interesting to me because when I look back over when I was blogging like last year like crazy, when I was traveling for the whole year, I was just blogging. Well, it all started in Florida too, not just last year. So within the last few years, when I was blogging about the struggle. And I pretty much built an online audience aside from making clothing and accessories off of blogging about the struggle. So once I got to New York, it was kind of like a I made it type of moment, especially like right now, and I started blogging less. And so I posted on Facebook that I noticed that I started blogging less once everything started happening for me. You know, all the things that I wanted started happening, and I just felt like it was so hard to share success over struggle. I posted that because you all know I like to write, I like to blog. And a lot of people were like, that doesn't make sense. Like, we want to see how the story ends. And so I had to really pray about it because I'm just like, what's wrong with me? Why am I so afraid to share the outcome of how things are turning out? What's wrong with me? It's like I want to keep talking about the struggle or something. Like, why would you want to do that? Just because I didn't want to feel like can't no one relate to me no more. Like, I always wanted to be that girl that was like the around the way girl that everybody can relate to. And now I just feel like all that I'm about to share, nobody's going to be able to relate to that. And I just don't want to lose that, you know, or I don't want to feel like I'm disconnected with people because y'all, when I say I come from the struggle, I mean it. And I mean, single motherhood, like all of that. And for like life to just completely turn around, it ain't all the way turned around, but it's like turning. And for me to see it do that, it's just like, wow, this is really happening. And I don't know if anyone can relate to me on this anymore. And it's hard for me to share. So when I cut my hair off, I always used to write in the caption on some videos, like, it is so symbolic. Like, me shaving my hair and growing it back is so symbolic to my growth. And I just feel like every weekly update that I do with my hair as it grows is also going side by side with my growth in my personal life. So now I have hair that I can actually style. Now in my personal life, I have a life where I actually feel like I'm comfortable. You know, when I was bald, I was struggling. Now that I have hair, now it's just, they go together. It all signifies growth. I don't know, it's just been really hard for me to just talk about the goodness of God. Like, that's so weird. Why would we rather glorify the struggle and talk about all of the things that happen to us or the situations that we put ourselves in and made it turn out to be such a horrible situation? Why would we rather glorify that and talk about that and talk about the goodness? So I really had to pray on it, and I'm ready to share. Number one, I've moved into my office space in Midtown Manhattan, which is where I will be sewing, and that will be the location where Moray Sunshine will be for probably the next year. And yes, you heard me say Midtown. Now, if you all know the pricing of Manhattan real estate or rent, then you will know that's a very big deal for me. Now, to some, it's like, okay, you got an office space. No, I have an office space in Midtown New York City. It's a big deal because I never thought I could do that, like, ever. Everybody knows New York is the fashion capital. I am where you're supposed to be if you are in fashion. And I have my own space in Midtown Manhattan. Number two, I just moved October 1st. I just moved into an apartment in the Upper East Side. And I want to roll this clip that I did back in June. I want to roll it real quick.
And I like this area because, well, I probably can't really, I ain't even gonna say, I can't even speak that into existence. I was going to say I probably can't even afford this area because it's like I said, $10,000 a month, $7,000 for a 3-bedroom in this particular area. I'm looking at Harlem. I think that's where I'm gonna move to. But this particular area is nice. Like right now I'm in a park, the school is over there. Like Upper East Side is really nice for kids. So when he comes.
So you all remember when I said that, right? I will never speak that into existence. If you all know, anybody knows New York City, you know the Upper East Side is very pricey, like very. And when I first got to New York City, I went to Brooklyn first, and I was staying at a relative house for, I just needed a week, but they gave me 3 months. And when I say it was the most toxic situation I have ever been in my life, it was crazy, like crazy. I've never had a family member, or let a friend or anything treat me like that. And it was just such a bad situation. I had to understand, like, God, you ain't bring me this far for me to end up in jail, because that's exactly where I was going to end up. I was going to put my hands on this woman and end up in jail. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. So I feel like I was placed in that situation to build my heart, to understand that some people just not gonna like you no matter what you do. How you gonna handle that situation? You gonna fight everybody? Because that's just how I am. I'm a fighter. I've always fought. I've grown up fighting. And so when you do something to me, I don't argue, I just fight you. So you wanna go to jail? That's what you're gonna do? You're gonna be 30 years old in jail and lose everything? So I had to leave that situation, and I moved into this beautiful building in Brooklyn for just a sublet, just temporarily, and now I'm in my permanent spot, which is the Upper East Side. So I'm here. Let me show y'all my view. I just got here yesterday. I didn't order any furniture yet. Don't judge me. I just got here yesterday. But anyway, let me show. It's getting dark. Look. Who says you can't have a backyard in Manhattan? I don't know. Hold on. Look, who says you can't have a backyard in Manhattan? Who says it? So anyway, I've moved. I will try to keep blogging about the process and come out of this little shell that I'm in right now, because that's pretty much how I built my brand. And I just don't feel like, I don't know, I just don't, you know why it's just so hard for me to explain? Because October 1st, 2013, it started a snowball effect that I just could not keep up with. And it was the day I moved into my apartment, and also the day I lost everything at the same time. And for 3 years, I could not keep up with that snowball effect. It was just like failure after failure after failure after failure. And it's just, I couldn't keep up, especially as a single mom at that time. No help from his father at that time. Nothing. It was just hard. And I was so used to doing everything on my own because I had a good government job, and it just, and I was going to school to be a doctor. Like, I was doing so good, but I couldn't keep up. And so for me to pretty much go through that, and then on the same day, October 1st, 2017, I move again, but into my new business address in New York City, in a new home in Manhattan in New York City, in the Upper East Side. It's hard for me to share because it was like just 3 years ago, no, 4 years ago now, I lost everything on that day. Like that October 1st signified a day of death, a day that just came crashing down on me. And now you mean to tell me October 1st signifies life? Do y'all know what it's like to lose everything? Like everything. And if you read my blog, my adult gap year, you will understand where these emotions come from. And so for me to move again, where I'm pretty much birthing everything that I worked for, is actually birthing, and like the baby is coming out and it's happening. It's like the baby's here. Oh my God, I'm scared now. And now I gotta still blog and share it with the world on the day where it happened 4 years ago, where I lost everything. I'm moving again on the same day. Like, it's just hard. It's very hard. And it's hard for me to talk about because I don't want to lose again. It's just very hard for me to pretty much look the enemy or the devil in the face and be like, you thought you had me on October 1st, 2013, but look at me now on October 1st, 2017. It's really hard. And I'm known for being like very strong, but I really had to lean on God this time around, because I don't ever want to put my life into any job, anybody's hands like that ever again, for them to just shut down, go bankrupt or whatever, and I lose everything once again. So I had to birth my company, because now I'm in control with the help of God in Jesus' name. I ain't never doing nothing on my own ever again. And after 2013, that's pretty much what I did. I was not saved, like, at all. I was sitting here trying to do everything my way, and it just wasn't the right way. And so when I look back, I'm just like, failure after failure, because you was doing everything so messy. Like, I am not no saint. So yeah, I'm here now, and I just look back over all of my blogs and I just get so emotional, because it's like, no, like, you're really here and you really did everything that you said you were going to do. Like, you did it. And you did it in 4 months. And that's what's so crazy to me. I was in Florida for 3 years and could not get it right. I came here and got it all right in 4 months. 4 months. And they say this is the hardest city to ever live in, which I would believe. But 4 months. I'm gonna just say this one thing and I'm gonna end it here. Put God first. Everything comes after. His will over your life is nothing compared to what you got in mind. Like, nothing. Stop being on the fence. Either you hot or you're cold. You cannot be lukewarm. Which one you gonna be? Stop trying to take control. Like, just hand over your life, because Life has been such a breeze ever since I did that. Such a breeze. Like I said, I'm in New York City. I have an office in Midtown in a brand new building. Don't pay nearly as what y'all think to be in New York City in an office space like that. It's small. It ain't got no windows. It's New York. What got windows in New York? Then I move here effortlessly, like effortlessly. After searching and searching, after being in such a toxic place, find this place, have an awesome roommate, beautiful place as you see, like beautiful, in a great location, all because I finally decided to say, you know what, I don't want this no more. You can have it, you can take it. I don't want to deal with this no more, Lord. You can have my life. Like, I gave my life to him. Like, I don't want it. But I'm here. I did it. I'm in New York. I'm in the fashion capital. And Moray Sunshine has a space. I'm just a girl from Southside Richmond, Virginia, who saw this coming.